Hello, everyone. So today is the 13th of February. We have made it to the 13th. Lucky 13. Actually, guys, I ain't gonna lie. 13 does not. I don't know about you guys, but for me, 13 is just another number. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. 666 doesn't affect me either. It's just another number. I know people will argue with me for a long time, but I'm not. Here's my thing on it. 13 and 666. Any way you slice it, even the number 7, because everybody says, oh, lucky 7. That doesn't do anything for me either. And here's why. I don't consider any number lucky. I don't consider any number unlucky, because numbers are man-made. It's that simple. We made letters and we made numbers. They are not something that you're going to find in the environment. They don't. I mean, outside of a math book, or a book in general, outside of books and anything else that's man-made, I guess you're not really going to find letters and numbers. You're not going to find it out in the environment. You're not going to find it in the wind. You're not going to find it out in outer space, because they don't really exist. They exist for the sole purpose of the fact that they were man-made. Because they were man-made, and because our school systems decided that's what we need to know, we know letters and we know numbers, and because of that we have mathematics and we have words and English and Spanish and all of that stuff. But in all retrospect, all of that language, letters, numbers, all that is man-made. So to have a lucky number, put it this way, it's lucky or unlucky, in my opinion anyway. The only way a number or a letter is lucky or even unlucky, is if you yourself put emphasis on that number or letter. That's when they become lucky or unlucky, because you have put that in your mind that that's what that number is or what that letter is, irregardless whether it actually is or not. You have made it that way. So now that number has some type of recollection in it has some sort of purpose or whatever in your life. But in all respect, it's just another number or letter. It's not, if that makes any sense. But in any way, I didn't do this to talk about numbers. I came here to talk about the questions of the day for the 13th. So here we go. A black book for the 13th, and then we'll go into the other questions. See what we got here. So February the 13th. I have a feeling that this year is not going to be the greatest year in the world. It's not really starting off all that great already, for me anyway. But maybe it'll pick up steam, but time will tell. It could be worse, but it could be a lot better too. Oh well, anyway. So for February the 13th, what is your idea of romance? What is my idea of romance? I guess for me, it would be anytime I get free time with Angela. That I consider as romance, I guess. I'm not a big romantic, I guess. In that respect, I'm not, you don't have to shower me in gifts or dates or whatever. I enjoy company. I think for me, that's enjoying her company is my idea of romance, I guess you could say. So that's me. I'm just simple, I guess. I don't know. But that's my answer. All right, moving on. Let's get to the other book. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can be romantic as far as that goes. I can get the flowers and all of that, but I think when it comes to me, myself, like I've told Angela sometimes, like, you don't have to go all out for me. Just, you know, like for Valentine's Day, I said, like, let's just go out and see a movie for Valentine's Day. We don't have to do anything else. Just go and see a movie. I mean, we can do the fancy if we want to, but why? I say, besides, right now we're trying to save our money for other things, so this way we can kind of keep saving our money for what we really want, and just go see a movie because we know what we really want. So all right, let's see here. See where I'm at. Oh, excuse me. Okay. We're about here. Okay. Have you ever dated someone your parents didn't like? Oh, I'm sure I have. They've never told me that one way or the other. I don't think they ever would, but I'm sure I have in the past. But like I said, if I did, they would never tell me because I don't think they want to hurt my feelings. And at the end of the day, it's my decision as to who I want to date. So for those reasons, they'll never tell me whether they if they didn't like the person, they're not going to tell me. But I have a feeling I probably did at one point or another. But it's okay. Which do you prefer, ponytails or pigtails? I'm gonna go with a ponytail because Angela wears a ponytail a lot, and I really like her ponytails, so I'm gonna go with ponytails. Although if she ever did decide to mix it up and wear pigtails, I'd be okay with that too. I'd say either or, to be honest. Either or, it doesn't matter to me. But I'm a guy, so I'm not picky. When have you ever made the first move? Always. I always thought it was the guy's job to make the first move, so I always made the first move. Irregardless, I pretty much always made the first move. I figure what's the worst that can happen? You're just going to fall on your face, but I guess that's the worst move, the worst thing. I think that was the hard part for me too, like especially in high school and college. I always thought like I would never make a move in high school and college, and I always told myself like, well, it was because I was busy. And in all reality, it was because I was afraid I was going to fall flat on my face, And then finally one day I was like, you know what? Quit thinking about what the worst thing could happen. Think about what the best thing could happen. You're always expecting the worst. Instead of expecting the worst, expect the best possible thing to happen. Probably won't happen, but hey, at least you're thinking positive. So that's what I did. And then next thing I know, everything's actually may not be going, I may not necessarily be getting the best results that I'm thinking of, but I'm still getting good results. The worst case scenario never happened. So there you go. All that was in my head, just as I thought. So never trust your head. Don't always trust your head anyway. Especially when you got anxiety, because it always gives you the worst case scenario. Have you ever felt violated, and if so, in what way? Never violated necessarily. I've been embarrassed a couple of times, but never violated that I'm aware of. What are you superstitious about? I'm superstitious. Oh, I guess if I was going to say, because like I already covered the numbers thing. So we all know already that I'm not superstitious about numbers. I'm not superstitious about, there's not really a whole lot I am superstitious about. Like, I like to read tarot cards, but I don't necessarily believe that they get it right all the time. What else? I don't believe in the star thing, you know, like you're a Taurus and like I'm Taurus and you're Aquarius and let's see if we'll match or something like that. I don't believe in any of that crap. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't think there's any meaning to it whatsoever. I think at the end of the day, it's just I mean, it's neat to know that I guess that constellation is up in the sky when, you know, during the month that you're born. That part is cool. I like that, but that doesn't mean that I put any meaning behind it. You know what I mean? I think it's cool, but I don't think that's suddenly going to tell me that okay, because I'm a Taurus that I'm going to think this way or I'm going to think that way and simply because some stars in the sky say I am. I don't, yeah. Sorry, I just don't put anything with any of that. So I don't know though if maybe believing in aliens and ghosts would be called superstitious. If so, then I guess I am a little bit because I do believe in those things. But yeah, as far as like good luck, bad luck, lucky numbers, unlucky numbers, star constellations, I don't believe in any of that. I'm sorry, I just don't. Just don't. And I'm 12 minutes in, so I'm gonna make that my last question. So we'll answer more tomorrow. So there you go. There are my questions of the day. And that is all I got for y'all. So on that note, I'll see y'all later. And be sure to check out my Missouri Day of History. And next week I will get into the tarot card deck. I do have my Marvel deck, so I will do some drawing of the cards from the Marvel deck starting next week and go from there. So, and I got a new tarot card deck coming in. I got the Beetlejuice one coming in, and I'll have that for the month of March since the original Beetlejuice movie came out in the month of March. So, I'll have that for March, and then I'll go from there. I don't know what my next tarot card is going to be, deck is going to be yet, but we'll find out together, I guess. But at any rate, that is all I got for y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.